Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, hello, my name is Kyla and I'm so excited to have you here with us today for this really cool storytime video. Now, a couple disclaimers. Well, mainly just one. Remember, I have 3 pets. They all feel the need to be in the room when I'm filming, so they are here. They say hello. But today's video is going to be my pageant story, and I've competed in a total of 4 pageants in my 22 years on this planet. But I've got a little bit of uniqueness about me. If you don't know, I am legally blind, but I do have some vision. So that, if you can imagine going on a stage and not being able to see, very well, it's kind of scary to some people. But we're going to explain how I did it and how the program that I was involved in changed my life for the better. So sit back, relax, grab a snack or some tea, which I forgot to do, but that's okay. Alright, so I guess you could say, I don't want to say I come from like a long line of queens because we're not in England, but I do have a fair amount of queens in my family. Both of my grandmothers were queens. I have a couple aunts and cousins and so just lots of family members. And where I live, there is an organization that basically all the communities host their own pageant for that community. So the girls go out for that, and then the queen who wins that pageant, each community has their own queen, and then they go and compete for like the big crown. My junior year of high school, and I was approached by a girl I had gone to school with for years, and she was the current queen of my hometown. And she's like, we're looking for girls to do the 2015 pageant. Would you be interested? And part of me was like, yes, I would. But then again, there was that anxiety and that fear of, not knowing anybody because you have to go out for your hometown. And I grew up, I was school of choice. So I could not go out with my friends from school, because if they lived in the community where my school was, they had to go out for that pageant. So I was going to compete against girls from a totally different school, and that freaked me out because me, like, if you know me, I'm very I don't want to do things unless somebody knows about my vision. So the girl who crowned me they have a chairperson for each community. And she talked to her, and they were very, very open and welcoming when I did end up going to the meeting. I don't remember the exact moment I decided I was going to do it, but I did. And then I went and I met the 4 other girls I was competing against, and they were and still are 4 really incredible people. What we did, we would have practices every Sunday. Like, the one was a mock interview, and then the one was you would have to we had an opening number, okay, so you have to dance. I don't dance. I don't do, that is not me, no way. But the queens who were teaching the dance, because they had former queens come back and help, and they were so nice about everything, and even the girls I was competing against, they were also nice and helpful about, if I did not understand something, and I didn't want to speak up about it because I was still shy at this point, and I didn't want to be like, okay, I don't know what's going on. But they were very nice, very helpful, made sure I was in the front and could see absolutely everything that was going on. You learn the dance, you learn the interview, you learn how to walk, because if you don't know, there's an evening gown segment, and you have to walk around the stage. So, you walk out to the center, and then you have to go right or left, or you do some sort of pivot, and in heels that were really tall. And they were very nice when we actually got on stage and started rehearsals for the actual pageant. They made sure, that I did not fall off the stage, because I could see if I was close enough, I could see where the stage ended, but if you've ever been up there, the lights are for lack of a better word, blinding. So, anybody with normal vision could even fall off the stage. So you put somebody like me up there, and everyone's like, oh my God. But we did it, and then it was pageant day. Now, you would go in for an interview, and the interview part didn't really frighten me. We went out, we did our dance, we did our evening walks, and then the onstage question. Then after that, there's the crowning, and it came down to, they crowned the Miss Congeniality, the second runner-up, and the first runner-up, and then I stood there in the middle between two amazing, incredible girls, and the crown was put on my head. Once you're crowned the community queen, you have a bunch of stuff to do to prepare you for the big pageant. So I was crowned in November. The big pageant was in March. So after you're crowned, I would, meet with my chairperson. Okay, wait. Let me back up just a tad. So after I was crowned, I had to go to the remaining community pageants. So you'd go and you'd be what they would call visiting royalty. So then you would, meet the other girls from the communities and the other queens and your sister queens. And I was really nervous about this because, going into this, I didn't have a sign on my forehead, that said, okay, this is Miss insert community name here, she is blind. And I wasn't just going to walk up to my new queens and be like, hi, my name's Kyla. By the way, I wasn't going to do that. So I was really shy and timid in the beginning. But after all the queens were crowned, then we started practices for the big pageant. And it was like every Sunday for a month you'd be there. And you went and you met all your sister queens, and basically it's the same thing, but just with 22 other queens. And when I tell you, the people that run this organization were so open and accepting to me, like, that was amazing. And all the sister queens as well, I was very blessed to be part of a year where there was a lot of wonderful queens who were willing to accept me and, help me out if there was something I needed a little extra work on. So if you were part of that and you are watching this, I am forever grateful for you. So thank you very much. But again, for that, you had your opening number, your evening walk. We even had a little group thing where it was like active wear, so you had to like run out and, again, more active things that I don't do, but you had to run out and then you had to do a pose or something. I don't remember. But that was another thing on top of the choreography that I had to learn. For the pageant, you have to be able to do your own hair and makeup. Now, I had grown up, like my mom would always do my hair and makeup and everything, just because she could do it, faster, and I never really took the time to learn before then. So now, to this day, I can do my makeup. The only thing I cannot do is eyeliner, but that's okay. My hair, I can curl my hair. I've used a couple different types of curling irons. We use this, I forget what it's called, but it was purple, and you put a piece of your hair in it, the thing would suck it up, and it would come out curled. Now, curling hair takes a long time, especially when it's mine. So, it was a long process of me practicing and working very hard to be able to do my own hair and makeup for the pageant. But I successfully did it, and when pageant night came, what you did was there were two nights. There was Sunday night is where the kings would compete and the queens were there, the showcase of queens. Then you go back to the hotel and you had a roommate. Then you'd go, and the next morning you had to get yourself ready, and you did your hair, your makeup, second interview with the judges, breakfast with the judges, and then you'd go and rehearse for pageant that night. So pageant night comes, and at this point, I didn't have like an opinion of, okay, I want that crown so much, because it's not about the crown. Yeah, the crown's a pretty accessory, but it's about the people that you meet and the lives that you touch when you are blessed with this opportunity. So I wanted to, what I was doing was basically being, like what I'm doing now, inspiring people, So I just wanted to, if I was blessed with the opportunity to become that queen, I definitely wanted to continue my journey of making a difference. And at the same time, I was like, okay, well, if I don't get that crown, I already have this crown, and people know who I am, and these girls are all very kind and deserving of it. And when it came down to it, I did not end up being crowned, but like I just said, that was totally okay, because the pageant experience had changed me for the better. You have this big ball that you attend called the coronation ball, and then you get to be, in this process of you being a queen, you and your court and the parents of the court members have to build a float for the big parade. So float time comes, or parade time comes, and I rode on this big float, and we had a beautiful, beautiful day for it. And I was on a float with my court, fantastic people. We had so much fun on that float, and they were absolutely amazing people. And I'm sorry if I keep repeating that, but literally everybody I met through this entire experience was fantastic. Excuse me. So that happens, and then you kind of, it dies down for the summer. You go, and I was in a couple other parades. I was in my hometown's parade and everything, and I went away to Leader Dog that summer and got winter. So then pageant season picks back up in, September, October. And when I came back, I had winter with me, and there were 8 girls the next year, and these girls, they were all so fantastic, and I just wanted to be there for them and explain, again, like, it's not about the crown. Like, it's a pretty accessory, don't get me wrong, but it's, again, about the people you meet and the lives you touch with your story, and you listen to their story, and you figure out how you can help them. So that's the message I wanted to send to those girls that night. And I did, what you do is you give a speech, and then you have your final walk. And my dad and Winter walked me down for my final walk, and then you got to stand there and listen to yourself give this speech about all the people you're thankful for that year and everything. Try not to cry because your makeup is done and all this stuff, but then it's time to give up your crown, and you crown the next young lady. And the lovely young lady that I crowned, she was another fantastic person, and I couldn't have asked for a better successor. So that was really, really cool. She was wonderful, and we ended up going to a couple pageants after that together because I wanted to watch my sister queens give up their crowns, and she had to come in as the new queen. So we spent a lot of time together in that season. So pageant time was basically over. I hope I didn't leave anything out within that summary, but the one important thing about me being a queen that I wanted to share for the end, because it is a little different than other queens, but like I said, my goal as a queen was to spread awareness about my condition, and again, prove that you can do anything even if the odds are against you. So we created t-shirts, and they said on the back of them, they were red, and on the back they said, "Never lose sight of your dreams." And I'm pretty sure, I have not looked at these things in years, even though I have a ton of them, but I'm pretty sure on the front was the SOD and ONH ribbon, and I believe it said my name and my title and my year and everything. But we created them, and we sold them. And on pageant night, I wore one for my athletic portion of Sunday night's routine, and all of my family members and friends in the audience wore the t-shirts. So, like, you knew who they were there for, but after we did the fundraiser and everything, all of the money raised went to Leader Dogs for the Blind. Because at that point, I knew I was in the process of applying for the dog and everything, so I wanted to give back to Leader Dog even before they gave me anything. So I ended up, I think we presented Leader Dog with a check. A representative came down, and I gave a speech, I want to say. I think I gave a speech, and then I presented him with the check of how much money we raised and everything. And that was the day he actually did my second evaluation for Leader Dog. So, we went walking around town and everything, but that was a really special day because not only did I get evaluated again, but I was able to, like I said, give back to Leader Dog before they even gave me anything. Alright, my friends, hopefully you enjoyed my pageant story. Also, I really hope I didn't leave anything out. If I did, I didn't do it intentionally. But, again, thank you all for listening. My social medias and email are in the description down below. If you have not already, please hit that subscribe button, give this video a big thumbs up, and be sure to turn on that really cool notification bell so you can know right away when I post a video. I will see you guys all next time, and I hope you have a blessed day. Bye, everybody.